What's up, my fellow holographers? We're here with another fantastic 6205 project, FPGA 3Display.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel.
Hi, I'm Liam.
I'm JT.
All right, so here you see a 64 by 64 LED matrix display, which is on top of a mount that we designed and printed on a 3D printer. And this is spinning on top of a brushed motor. And as this thing spins around, the display will change based off of information that is sent out via the FPGA on the back here, which is a CMOD A735T. And this whole structure here supports basically keeping this whole thing stable as it rotates around. And you see up here that there is a slip ring, which is feeding power and ground lines over to the FPGA as it's spinning around. And so if you give it a little flick, you can see that things are changing. And if we can spin it fast enough, then you'll see a full 3D object due to persistence of vision effect. As we rotate this, the speed of the display, the angular velocity, will change, and that is tracked by a infrared sensor, which is you see an emitter at the bottom here, which is stationary, and the sensor, which is mounted on the 3D mount here, which can detect when the beam is nearby. And so we'll use this to determine the period and then therefore the angular velocity, which we can use to change display at different speeds.
In order to achieve persistence of vision, we need a display that updates incredibly fast, and that's where Hub 75 displays come in. With a maximum clock rate around 24 megahertz, the display can update around 4,000 hertz, and we need around 500 to 1,000 for the RPMs that we're spinning at. The Hub 75 protocol works by multiplexing 2 rows at the same time with 2 separate RGB ports, allowing for a 5-bit address for which is up to 32, and it's a 64 by 64 display.
So, the FPGA 3Display uses a different coordinate system than what you would expect. You would expect an approach like this, where you would have scan lines opening radially, but this is actually a less optimal approach because this doesn't distribute the points equally in a 3D space. What does is something that like this, where it's like a Fibonacci lattice is like the actual name of it. But basically you follow the Fibonacci spiral, and then you can distribute points radially, and you can sort by the increasing theta, and then you can get a pretty convincing display. And the structure that we made for this uses 2 BRAMs, one for 0 to pi and one from pi to 2 pi, and this enables us to address both using the same address variable, and then we can just get out 2 columns, one for each side of the display.
All right, so a lot of what we've shown you so far is demonstrating the bunny, but what we've actually done is we can take any 3D file, so you can see here an OBJ, which is serving it's actually just the bunny, but we could convert this using a voxelizer into a series of points, which we can then store in VRAM.
So the VRAM that we created is idealized to store points only in the weird, funky Fibonacci lattice cylindrical space that we made, and we can convert easily from Cartesian space to this space using a lookup table either in Python or live, as we'll demonstrate soon, with a animation, which requires an actual Cartesian to cylindrical module with a lookup table similar to this, but it's in reality actually a lot more. It has a lot more resolution. This one only has 64 columns. What we have has 1024.